Hello, my name is Chloe Goodchild and I'm the founder of The Naked Voice, Transforming Through Sound. And I am a great friend of Hawkwood College. I have loved working at Hawkwood College for many years, running my in-person, in-depth retreats there. It's been incredible. And so I'm really excited to be now bringing a three-part course that is online with Hawkwood so that we can actually invite a much wider audience to the whole conversation around how you can liberate yourself through sound. That is the title of the course. And, you know, given these unprecedented times that we're in, my God, do we need to learn to liberate our voices? Now, what does that mean? You know, it's not just about shouting out or, you know, entertaining people or performing or impressing others. It's about really expressing the authentic voice of your soul. So that's going to be the number one core plan for our work together. So what that means is being able to, in the first course, in part one, we're going to be looking at the whole theme of resilience and how you can really develop resilience, psychophysical, emotional resilience, so that you can embody your voice and stabilize it, you know, so that you are in a position to really speak your truth and live your truth, okay? So that initial experience of resilience then leads into part two, which is exploring the whole notion and invocation of radiance. Radiance, that's such a beautiful word. It's quite an old-fashioned word in a way, isn't it? But radiance meaning once you have actually embodied your sound, you're then looking at, okay, so I'm going into a deeper self-inquiry with this experience. And as I go into this self-inquiry, I'm listening to myself in a way that I haven't before. I'm learning to observe who is speaking, and I'm learning to develop a more empathic relationship with who is communicating. And what this does is it starts to enable me to access a quality of silence within myself and ultimately unconditional presence. And once we are in that state and we're really at home in our sound, that radiance starts to show up. And that radiance and all the core practices that we'll be exploring there, how we can actually just allow the voice. It's like, who is speaking or who is singing, you know? And so we will be investigating how our emotions really are gateways into a deeper state of listening, compassion, and listening in such a way as we really hear ourselves and then are able to hear other people's authentic voices. And what this does is it opens up, in a sense, it helps us to remember ourselves. And that is part three, remembering ourselves in a way that we might have forgotten since childhood even. You know, remembering, who am I? You know, who am I? And how may love song and poetry really enable me to open up and express the music of my soul, you know, in a way that I never imagined possible. So what's really cool about this course is that Hawkwood's going to make it possible for us to have breakout rooms. So what'll happen is I will give you like a 30-minute presentation, and we'll set the scene, and we'll be exploring the practices and demonstrating them to you. And then you will have the opportunity during the sessions to go into breakout rooms, ideally groups of 3, triads. We call them singing field triads. And that's where you can really investigate and learn how to build a much deeper confidence with the practices. And then you come back again together, and then we come back into the singing field so we can really listen to each other And the bottom line, of course, is learning how to listen without judging. Listen without judging. Imagine that, you know. So underlying this whole course is we are going to be retraining the egoic mind, yeah, to serve the authentic voice of your soul. So that process of really helping the egoic mind not to think that we're just going to kind of try and get rid of it or annihilate it, you know, in some kind of really fierce esoteric, program. Obviously, non-dual awareness is the ground of this. And our practice is to really go to the source of sound. And at that source of your voice, you will find that there is a quality of sound that really is older and deeper than the polarity of all conflict. And that's where we start to experience the non-dualistic relationship of our voices. And the non-judgmental dimension and retraining the ego will be how we get there. All right, so this is a journey to the source. Please come and join us. This is imperative work for our time, unprecedented times. And I really invite you to come and join us, bring a friend. This is for now. The time is now. And look forward to seeing you for Liberate the voice of your sound and the sound of your voice.